Tackling the major issues confronting the lack of progress made in fisheries is needed in order to create further avenues for food sustainability, according to Mark Brantley, the Premier of the Nevis Island Administration. Responding to an SK Newsline query regarding the seemingly lack of attention being placed on fisheries and the need to create industries out of the so-called blue economy, the Premier agreed that much more should be done, but he also spoke of critical challenges that must be resolved.
So I like to listen to the people who have the expertise, and I did ask what was a possible solution. So I think we need more enforcement. We also may need to consider, which is, I know, would be a difficult choice, whether or not we don't put some kind of ban in place for a particular period of time, just to allow stocks to replenish and to come back. We also have had the degradation of our reefs around the island and the country. And you know, reefs are good for sea life around. And so as our reefs have suffered because of climate change and other factors, we have seen less fish stock as well. I do not believe that in this press conference I could really give you the comprehensive answer, because I do believe that there are a number of different reasons why fisheries has not developed and is not doing as well as it could do here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I believe that it requires more focused attention. It also requires ongoing education for our fisher folk.
According to Brantley, a broad-based discussion needs to be held involving fishers, government, and consumers in order to break the cycle in depleting fishery stocks.
You go to some of the restaurants in Nevis and you get, again, lobster tails which are not much bigger than a large shrimp. And even the purchasers of those lobsters ought to know that they are helping to destroy the stocks that are around the island. So we need a conversation which is a broad conversation about fisheries. Who's buying these undersized fish, these undersized lobsters, conch, etc.? Why are we buying them? If the fishermen knew that they couldn't sell them, I doubt that they will catch them. They'll probably throw them back. And then what is the government doing to enforce the regulations? Because there are regulations in place to forbid some of these activities. And then can the fishermen themselves understand that when they engage in this type of activity, they're ultimately making it harder for themselves to earn a living? So different stakeholders, I think, need to come together and have that conversation. I have said more than I needed to say, because I agree with you that we need to do more in relation to fisheries. But to do that, we need all the stakeholders on board and a common understanding of what it is we're trying to achieve.
Raising the level of economic activity is believed to be essential as the federal government looks at the proposed CARICOM free movement of people. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.